right? So I watched the draft until at least the Lions moved up and picked. I was just about to go to bed too. And I missed the draft. I really didn't cover it this year. Or really, study it this year like I usually study it. But I mean, the interesting thing was the Atlanta Falcons had been rumored to take Michael Penix Jr. and they liked him. You know what I'm saying? They really like Michael Penix Jr. out of Washington. He's an older quarterback. He was a quarterback in Indiana. Transferred to Washington for a couple seasons. He's been in college forever because of the COVID year. He probably got some injury red shirts. And Atlanta drafted him. Now, right before they drafted him, and the rumor had been out there for some months. And I remember the GM Terry Fonta or something like that. He was working in the Saints organization, and they were prepared. They was prepared to take Patrick Mahomes. And they told Drew Brees right before, look, we about to take this Mahomes kid, but then Kansas City jumped him to get him. So, but apparently Kirk Cousins is furious. Kirk Cousins is furious because they drafted Michael Penix Jr. They just gave him a huge contract, $180 million or something like that. But it's only guaranteed for the first 2 years. So after 2 years, they're gonna pump and dump him. What they gonna probably do is let Penix sit for a year or two, probably 2, build his physical strength up, get him stronger. Get him stronger mentally with the playbook, and Kirk Cousins is gone. So Kirk Cousins probably think he's gonna be there 4 or 5 years, probably possibly finish his career out. And he confused. He said, I knew they would take a quarterback. They basically, rumor said he knew that they were going to take the quarterback of the future at some point, but he didn't expect it to be so soon. So, and also it's uncertainty, him coming off the ACL injury and all, or the Achilles injury and all that. And then he just don't, like I said, I didn't really understand Atlanta going to get Kirk Cousins. I don't feel like they're a team that's close to doing anything. I know they're not in a great division, but they're not a team that's close to doing anything great. I look at Atlanta Falcons and I'm looking like, dang, I don't know. I mean, who they got? Who they got? The kid from UFC and Bijan Robinson. I love Bijan. I want the Lions to pick the Bijan even over Jahmyr Gibbs, but I see why they pick Gibbs now. Check out my Lions channel, RC Sports. I was like, you got a Raiders hat on. I just like black. I like the Raiders logo. I like the color black. It ain't nothing to it. I got damn near every damn hat you could imagine. Broncos, Nuggets, Bucks, Lions. Even got a cowboy hat. I got that as a parody when I used to work at the plant to troll somebody. But yeah. So he mad as hell. But hey, they guaranteed me for my first 2 years, money. But you done moved from Washington to Minnesota. You probably done bought a house in Atlanta, and you may not be there for long. We seen how they did Russell Wilson. They ate that money. And what was so funny, the GM was talking to Arthur Blank, explained kind of like he was kind of making memes on social media. He was talking to Arthur Blank about them taking Michael Penix Jr. And, Arthur Blank was just looking like, oh, we just paid this boy Kirk Cousins all this money, and you signing Michael Penix Jr.? But hey, you got to trust your people. When you got a quarterback that you like a lot, you know what I'm saying? Especially when he can spin it like Michael Penix Jr. in a ball placement, and he got the arm, and I heard him at the board, how smart he was and intelligent he is. In football, you can't pass it up. He got the arm, I think he ran a 4.5 at his pro day. He got the arm, the athleticism, and the ball placement to put it in and anticipate throwing tight windows. You just don't pass that up. In my opinion, you can't pass that up. He got the ball placement, the arm play, the arm. You can't pass that shit up. When you got a quarterback you really, really like, okay, they would say, okay, we're going to get Dallas Turner, or we're going to go get another quarter. We're going to wait on the quarterback a year or two or whatever. You might have a great year. You might not be in position to get him. Or, Michael Penix might end up being the shit. That's one of the reasons Chicago got rid of Justin Fields. You keep ending up with the number 1 pick. You pass it up, and C.J. Stroud was a fucking beast. They bless you with another number 1 overall pick because of the Panthers trade. And now they talking about you got a generational talent in Caleb Williams. You pass him up, he gonna be good. And it don't matter. But maybe you would have took C.J. Stroud and it wouldn't have worked out the way it worked out in Houston. You got to understand circumstances mean everything. Maybe if Aaron Rodgers was forced to play in Green Bay, he wouldn't have become the quarterback. Sometimes you can damage some of these quarterbacks and players if you play them too soon. And I agree with Nick Saban, which he's pretty good on TV other than talking with his hands. He's very good on TV. I see why people want to play for Nick Saban. You know, I don't get no racist vibes from him or nothing like that. Very good, you can tell he's very intelligent. Remember, he's coach at Michigan State. And, you know, he said this is the way to do it. You know, they may not like it. You know, Kirk Cousins, you sit them, you draft them. And I would say, you know, Michael Penix, be prepared to go through a Rodgers and Favre situation where he don't want to show you shit. Ryan Tannehill did the same thing to Malik Willis in Tennessee. I'm going to train you to take my job. And that's why I tell y'all, the players union in the NFL is a piece of shit. It's a brotherhood. They cross each other so much in the NFL, man. I wouldn't opt into that union for shit because they still got to represent your ass. Even without you paying union fees. You're going to get the same effort regardless, but you know what? That's another story for another day. That's another story for another day. I remember I low-key, I went through this light through the wrong lane. The police was sitting right there. He must be on his phone eating donuts because that motherfucker don't never be paying attention. I'm not going to do it again, but, you know, I'm not going to do it again. Yeah, he just sitting there. He might be asleep. I ain't mad at this shit. It's still early. But yeah, but I'll be prepared for him not to train, you know, not to help me, but it is what it is. I just, you know, Kirk Cousins, man, even though, you know, he ain't the quarterback, I feel like that can get you over the hump. But on the right team, like in the right situation, you know, like a team that's just like a quarterback away, like maybe the Steelers, you know, he could have got them over the hump, or that's a tough conference and division, by the way. You know, geez Louise, it ain't too many teams that's got that position right now. You know, but a team that, you know, maybe just need to get over that hump a little bit, you know. But I feel like Atlanta, I think that was a bad move. I mean, like, I know y'all had some instability at the quarterback, but to give him that much money coming off of Achilles, I mean, I guess you want a veteran in there. You know, you feel like he was close, and if you could have made some veteran play, he's a good quarterback. He just don't have that it factor to get you over the hump. Nice guy. But, you know, they got another left-handed black quarterback. Think about that. They got a left-handed, athletic black quarterback. They got a cannon for arm, who athletic, who got ball placement. I'm happy for the guy. I root for Penix, man. JJ McCarthy was saying that, you know, I'm a Michigan fan, that he was his Heisman Trophy winner. You know, shout out to JJ McCarthy. I'll be going to that Vikings game, most of them. You know, I think McCarthy's going to be good in the league too, but I love Michael Penix Jr. I didn't watch much of Caleb Williams this year. Had to ask me about the quarterbacks. Jaden Daniels, I seen some of him. You know, but I watched more Michael Penix this year, more McCarthy. Don't know much about Drake May, but I do know this. Bo Nix is ass. Taking Bo Nix at 12 was nasty work. If he was a brother, he wouldn't have got picked 100 in 2012. Bo Nix is ass. If Sean Payton can do something with Bo Nix, hey, shout out to him. But I don't like how he did Russell. So, but hey, let me know how you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, what y'all think. Check out the NFL Talk playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on Spotify, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook. Check out my Patreon. Appreciate y'all. Peace.